We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
NATO chief credits Trump for NATO's strength. More young girls are suffering from poor mental health. The passing of a baseball legend and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg credited former President Trump on Tuesday for the record number of NATO member countries meeting their contribution requirements. Stoltenberg discussed the war in Ukraine and why he believes it is necessary for the U.S. to continue to support its defense. The NATO leader said member countries were stepping up their funding due to Russian hostility, but he also noted Trump's insistence on the issue during his time in office. I worked with Trump over those 4 years, and the reality is that he had a very clear message on the need for European allies to spend more, and I agree with him, Stoltenberg said. The good news is that over the last year or so, we have seen a significant increase in spending by European allies. We still have a way to go, but again, compared to where we started, we are in a much better place. I expect those allies that are not yet at 2% to be there within a few years. Leading teen mental health researcher Jean M. Twenge discussed the alarmingly steep rise in ER admissions for self-harm among 10 to 14-year-old girls. Self-harm includes such actions as cutting or taking too many pills. Some self-harm behaviors are suicide attempts, but others are not, as when a depressed or anxious person cuts themselves as a way of dealing with mental pain. Either way, these are extremely concerning manifestations of mental health issues. 5 times more girls in that age range were admitted to the ER for self-harm in 2022 than in 2009. Twenge points the finger at social media. U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy is now calling for a health warning for apps like Instagram and TikTok. NVIDIA is now the most valuable company in the world. The chipmaker passed Microsoft yesterday to become the world's most valuable public company, topping $3.3 trillion in market cap. Earlier this month, it reached the $3 trillion mark for the first time, flying past Apple for second place. The AI boom has propelled NVIDIA, which owns about 80% of the industry's data center chip market, to new heights, enriching investors and CEO Jensen Huang along the way. Huang has added nearly $100 billion to his net worth in less than 2 years, making him the 13th richest person in the world as of June. An ex-Obama fundraiser who once raked in millions of dollars for the Democratic Party is none too happy with the direction of the country these days, saying she is so dismayed she is switching her vote to Donald Trump. Biden has been asleep at the wheel, Allison Huyung said Tuesday. He's allowed big tech as well as the looters to take over Silicon Valley. San Francisco has been the science experiment that's gone awry. I wake up in the morning, there's no grocery stores to go to, there's no malls to take my teenage girls shopping to, the streets are not safe, there is more fentanyl users and dealers than high school students in our once great city, she continued. Hyung, along with her then-husband Google programmer Scott Hassan, helped raise millions of dollars for the Obama campaign in 2008, according to the New York Post. New York Congressman Jamal Bowman is fighting for his political life ahead of a primary next week. Bowman's October 7th denialism is the latest example of a long-standing hostility towards Israel that soured Jewish constituents on him. Showing his desperation to court Jewish voters, Bowman sent a text message to a Jewish leader in Westchester County in which he asked, "Do you have pics of us so I can show the world I'm friends with Jewish people?" Willie Mays, whose powerful bat and dazzling defense made him arguably the greatest all-around player in baseball history, passed away at age 93. Mays, nicknamed the Say Hey Kid, played 22 Major League Baseball seasons and 1 season in the Negro Leagues, but his youthful exuberance and enthusiasm made him an ambassador for the sport for more than 6 decades. Many believe his broad array of talents was unmatched. Willie Mays took his all-around brilliance from the Birmingham Black Barons of the Negro American League to the historic Giants franchise, Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred said in a statement. From coast to coast in New York and San Francisco, Willie inspired generations of players and fans as the game grew and truly earned its place as our national pastime. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.